fire in a hole.
Oh, wow. That is awesome. That's it. Want to know how you too can start a on-demand print business and become a trusted vendor for big name brands like Amazon and Microsoft? Well, Artem opened Logo Unlimited back in 2014, and their company has been growing every year. In this episode, we're going to talk to Artem, who went into the corporate merchandising business after being a top exporter of apples to Russia. Artem grew Logo Unlimited to a level where Amazon and Microsoft has his company on their preferred vendor list.
When clients come in and when they see this, they go bananas.
Let's go over real quick about the must-have equipment to get going in this business. In this video, he'll share what you can do to bring a very unique touch to your business, how you too can start a print-on-demand business, and what makes Logo Unlimited stand out in the crowd.
So that would be my #1 money-making machine. That's what we're doing right now.
Man, this is incredible stuff.
I just started with 0 clients, with 0 machines.
Guys, later in this video, we have an incredible offer for you from our sponsor, Shopify. If you sell any products online, you should definitely jump on this opportunity, so stay tuned for that. And without further ado, let's go meet Artem and share his incredible story. I hear him working just out here right now. Artem, good morning.
Sure, I'll call you back. Bye.
See, he's working, always.
Bye. Good.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Let's do this. You guys, we're here with Artem, the owner and founder of Logo Unlimited. Artem, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Tell us a little bit about your story, why and when you started Logo Unlimited, and yeah, what else you can share with us.
Everything. I'll share everything. So I started the business about 7 years ago. I went into apparel because I like apparel. I think I know what looks good. I just got tired of people doing the left chest embroidery, and I'm like, there's so much more that you can do with garments. That was my plan, like to show people that we can do more than just left chest embroidery.
Let's go over real quick about the must-have equipment to get going in this business. I know there's different avenues, but what would you focus on? Bare minimum equipment, and so on.
Everything, like you said, everything depends on where you want to start. When I started my business, I wanted to go for high-tier clients.
Okay.
I wanted to make premium garments. Everything depends. I mean, you can start as easy as buying a heat press from eBay and do a vinyl heat transfers, and believe it or not, before, like even 5 years ago, they sucked. Now you can get a lot of different style heat transfers. You can get vinyl heat transfers. You can even get embroidered heat transfer that you just heat apply.
And those are pretty cheap to get.
Yeah, exactly. So it just depends on what you want to do and which direction you want to go. If you do sports teams, for example, all you need is a heat press and a little plotter. If you want to do heat transfers yourself to cut them out, you buy a little plotter, cut them yourself, weed them, press them, boom, done.
Okay.
So everything depends. The only thing that I would say, you know, embroidery machines, they're expensive. These Tajimas that I have, they're expensive. They're Japanese machines. Yeah, they're industrial. So we're industrial, right? It's not a garage type operation. So I would say don't go cheap. If you are planning to spend money, buy quality equipment.
Tell me a little bit about how you set up the showroom.
So we moved in this place. So we used to be in Kirkland, Totem Lake. Our shop was, I believe, around 2,500 square feet.
Okay.
We started outgrowing it fast. And I'm like, oh my God, we need a bigger shop. So we found this shop, which is around 5,000 square feet warehouse.
Okay, double that.
And it was just a plain open floor kind of concept. I know, and when I set up a showroom, I kind of started here first, and then I started worrying about all the equipment because this sells.
This sells, okay.
Yeah, when clients come in, they don't necessarily care of how it's made. They want to see the end product. Okay. And when they see this, our capabilities, they go bananas.
So this is important. If you're going to get into this business, you need to have a pretty solid showroom.
For sure, 100%. And we actually working on, probably we're going to be moving from here soon.
Again?
Again, in 3 years, so hopefully in a 10,000 square foot facility. So we did, somebody just told me, so you did 3, so it's doubled. First 3 years, 25, second 3 years, 5, and now we hopefully will get in a 10,000 square foot facility, buy more equipment, and pretty much do the same, only on a larger scale.
How long did it take you to break even on your initial investment, and where's your revenue monthly today?
So probably as soon as I started going direct, that was probably when I actually started making money, because when I did the wholesale, I did not. So that was, I guess, 3.5 years ago.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
so 3.5 years into it, you started to...
Exactly. But it's because I went the wrong route.
Right. You win or you learn.
Yeah.
Where's your revenue now, though?
I mean, it's all over the place, but we are about, I think we're about $170,000 a month right now.
Wow, very nice.
But my next year goal is, I mean, we have to double. So I need to hire more people. We need to double, because right now I do everything myself. I mean, I sell, I set up jobs, I do quality control, I do a lot of things on my own. Yeah. And I can only...
You're going to burn out soon.
Exactly. I can work only for so many hours a day.
In terms of skills that you need for this, what would you say for you were some of the most critical skills that helped you get up and going? And did the expert help?
Well, I'm still learning as I go. I think for me, the #1 was creative. Everything else, kind of, I'm learning as I go.
So you were a creative, would you say, before you got into it?
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
Not really, I don't think so. It never showed, I don't know. But yeah, not really, I don't think so. Okay. So it's just, I started doing a lot of research of what retail brands are doing as far as the decorations, placements, and so on and so forth. And I just pick the, the styles that I like, and kind of I try to show them to my clients and tell them, hey, we can do your logo done the same way, screen printed, embroidered, anything you want, debossed, only with your logo.
Okay. And we'll talk about print on demand later, because I think that's something that you're working on and we want to share with our audience. Besides the creative skill, what else would you tell our audience who are interested in this business? Skills that'll help, experiences that'll help get going.
Experiences, I mean, obviously, if you're a graphic designer, helps. I mean, that's the core of all of it, because you need to set up the logos. In screen printing, you need to separate the colors. So graphic design would be my number 1. That's about it. I mean, just a will. That's what I had. When I started this, all I had is a will. Will to survive, exactly. And I just started with 0 clients, with 0 machines, and I just said, this is what I want to do, and I started doing it, and that's it.
So can you print some t-shirts for us with our logo on it?
Unfortunately not. You guys, so our minimum starts at 48 pieces.
Okay.
But let me show you a machine that is actually the only one in the Northwest, as far as I know, and it's just a few in North America. And this was actually my first machine that I bought, and this laser cost me $100,000. Wow! And this was my very first laser.
So there's no colors here or anything, is it?
No colors. So what it does, it pretty much is gonna take your substrate color and it's just gonna make it darker.
Got it.
So what it does, it pretty much melts the top layer off. So we're set up with your logo here. So it's an 80-watt laser, so I can laser etch pretty much on anything. So we're using only 17% of that power. 1500 is the speed. So it's 1500 millimeters per second.
Wow.
I don't know how many inches, but it's fast. You'll see it. And how many runs we want to do? 1. So what do we do here? This is the center of your logo.
Got it.
So it's easy for us to manipulate the garment and find the proper placement. So let's say this is what we want to do. This is our placement right here. Okay. We're done with the preview, hit exit, and then safety goggles on. Not really kidding. Fire in the hole.
But it's something we could look at.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow. That is pretty cool. That is awesome. That's it?
That's it.
Wow.
So here's your 5-inch logo made in 2 seconds.
Speaking on the corporate clients, how are you going after them? What can you share with us?
So there's a company online, it's called Seamless AI. Okay. So it's pretty much a LinkedIn on steroids.
Okay.
So on this platform, you can actually narrow down the search of the people that you're looking for. So for example, for us, when we go after a bigger corporate clients, we look for marketing department, we're looking for HR, we're looking for sales or purchasing. We're going after everyone. So and on this platform, you can create custom lists, companies, positions, and you'll get their names, phone numbers, emails, whoa, date of birth, no social security. Yeah, but you'll get pretty much everything you need. And then what we do, we used another platform called Outreach. That's, I forget what's the proper wording for it, but it's a drip campaign.
Got it, okay. So
you'll send the email, so you create a list of 10,000 emails, and it will send different email to those contacts every week. And you set up your campaigns on what you want to say. You know, you want to introduce yourself on the email 1, on the email 2, you say, hey, I haven't heard from you. I really want to make something cool for you, you know, so on and so forth. So you create those drip campaigns. So that's what we're doing right now.
Man, this is incredible stuff. How important is a website for your business? Talk to us about that a little bit.
That is the most important part, because that's the face of your company. And if you have a crappy website, people will assume that that's your quality of your work. Mm-hmm. So within 7 years, I'm redesigning my website again. Right. I think I'm changing it. This is my 4th time. So I always try to be a step ahead of the trend and just showcase, because my goal with the website is for an executive to go on the website and go, whoa, though these guys know what they're doing. So super important.
Are you selling any merchandise online on your
Not
website?
Yet. I'm working on I'm building a portal right now. It's a process because it takes a second, because everything is custom built. But online is important, especially right now during pandemic.
Right.
There is no in-person purchases. Everything is done via Zoom. So having an e-commerce platform is super important.
Okay. Well, on that note, you guys, today's sponsor for the video is Shopify, the #1 trusted e-commerce platform in the world. More than 1.7 people, business owners, trust Shopify to take care of all their online needs. So if you guys are watching this and you're selling products online, give Shopify a try. The link is in the description below. 14-day free trial. Where do most of your customers find out about you today, and what's the best form of advertisement that you've been really investing in?
So most of my customers find me on Google. Out of all places, I don't get much business out of Facebook or Instagram. Google is the most important source for me. So get those reviews, they're important, because people are looking at the reviews, and Google is the best for us.
Besides Google reviews, what specifically are you doing on Google? How much are you spending on that? And
I'm not doing any advertisement on Google at all.
You're not, okay.
Not at all.
Just have a business page set up, essentially?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I do have a business page. I update my pictures, so I add pictures to my business page every week. So that one is important. I don't know how many I have, but maybe around 5 to, well, I think I'm close to 10,000 pictures online. Okay. So those do work, but you don't have to spend money on Google. I mean, I will eventually, once I figure out how to do it properly, but I will start doing ads on Google, Facebook, Instagram. Not yet, because it's not, I don't think my clients are on the Instagram, because again, I'm going after a corporate client. So I feel like Facebook would be better for me.
Well, show us the rest of the shop. We'll follow you around. And
So this is our production area. So this is our one, for now, screen print press. This is made by company Rock out of Portugal.
Wow.
We believe they're one of the best screen print press manufacturers. So, and I like to buy good quality equipment.
You don't cheap out. What is this worth then? What's it cost?
This one, I believe, about 75,000. The one that I'm looking at right now is double that.
Is it just bigger, more capacity?
It's bigger, more colors.
More colors.
More colors,
okay.
Exactly. So this is considered 8-color press. The one that I'm looking at is going to be 14-color press.
Wow.
And it's going to be double the size. So
when they come in shipped, is it like an IKEA assembly where you got all the instructions?
No, we don't do anything. They send the professionals
Got it.
to do the install, luckily.
Artem, how much did you invest to start Logo Unlimited? Where did the money go? And what's the biggest expense in getting going?
Well, for me, because I went a different route than everyone else, my first purchase and the most expensive one was the laser that I showed you. So that one was $100,000.
Wow.
As soon as I bought that laser, I quickly learned that I need more equipment. The second piece of equipment that I bought was embroidery machine, 6-head. I bought it used, but I bought a good quality machine. And then I just bought the office equipment, tables, computers, and so on and so forth. And that's it.
How much total would you say involved to get going?
I wouldn't say, the route that I took was the smartest or the wise, So, total probably I was in about $150,000 to start with. But there are way different ways of how you can do this better and smarter.
Talk to us about the design aspect. So clients come in with their logo, you print it, or do you have a design group within the business that then goes through that process? What's the price difference to you?
No big price difference. So upstairs, that's where my designers are.
Okay.
So we do everything in house. Everyone wants to work from home, and for us, it has to be in house, right? I mean,
Gotcha.
we can't work from home. It's just because you need to see the process, you need to see the end product, you need to make the adjustments on the fly. And working remote is not an option.
So, but you do print. If I bring you a logo, you print that, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So that's most of the times that's how it starts.
Okay.
Hey, I'm looking for a black shirt. Here's my logo. I want it on the full front or left chest, and that's it. And that's what you get.
How much more do you make if you end up designing everything from A to Z? Do you focus on that?
We do. Everything depends on the client. And if everything depends on the client, on the size of the company, right? So we do offer the design services. Smaller companies, we do charge if the order's not a lot, right? So we do charge them hourly for the design.
Okay.
Larger companies is just part of our full package, because larger companies would come in and buy t-shirts, hats, jackets, beanies,
Hundreds.
Everything.
Yeah.
Thousands.
Wow. Okay.
Thousands. So usually we would offer it as just a little perk.
What's the hourly rate on the design?
Anywhere from $65 to $80.
Okay. What were some unexpected challenges, some difficulties you had to go through? And if you could go back and start it again, would you do anything different?
The number one challenge for me, which it didn't scare me at all, I didn't have any clients at all.
Okay.
I thought at that point there was an easy route to do a wholesale, meaning having a middleman between me as a decorator and the end user. So those type of companies, they already have their client base built.
Right.
So all they do, they ship me, let's say, t-shirts and ask me to print for them. I did that for about 3.5 years. There is no money in it. It's horrible unless you have a big shop and you have 100 employees. When they send you a garment, a t-shirt, you print one color imprint on it, it's $2. There is no money in $2. The money is in the garment. But at that time, I wish when I started, I just went direct and started building my own customer base.
Gotcha.
That's the only and the best way.
Artem, in terms of customers walking in, getting t-shirts printed on, other apparel, what else can they get at the shop? And a lot of our viewers love to know, what's the most popular thing that goes through your business and the most profitable?
Well, so we're a one-stop shop. Our goal is to provide everything. from stickers, laptop stickers, to car wrap, to backpacks, coolers, I mean, anything. You name it, we can do it all pretty much. We don't want our customers to buy something else from other companies.
Makes sense.
We want to capture 100% of their business.
Okay.
And that's our goal. Certain things we do in-house, certain things we outsource. We just on the services that we outsource, we don't make as much, but we still make profit.
What are the items that have the highest profits versus lowest profits as well? Profit margins.
Everything. I mean, t-shirts would be probably the least expensive item that you can get. Profit margins, I mean, everything we try to do is nothing less than 50%.
Really? Okay.
Nothing less.
That's across the board of all your...
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And t-shirts, I mean, t-shirts, it depends on the product, right? So there is a lot of variables. Like we're printing right now is 6-color job, 200 t-shirts, right? So it depends. There is profit in everything, obviously. It just, everything depends on how fast you can turn the job.
Got it.
So the most profitable for us would be our big laser that I showed you, and you saw the 5-inch logo. I can produce in 2 seconds.
Right.
And for that logo, I would charge $5.
Wow.
So that would be my #1 money-making machine.
Where do you get all the merchandise, the tees and stuff? And for those watching right now who want to find the best value on where to buy this stuff, what would you tell them?
So it just depends on your volume of how much you do. There are plenty of online companies that sell to smaller shops. So I buy direct from wholesalers because I'm doing it on a larger scale somewhat. So there are plenty of companies online that do sell wholesale. And there are, I mean, you can get pretty much anything you want wholesale. From Patagonia, well, Patagonia not anymore, they stopped selling wholesale, but you'll get your New Eras, Eddie Bauers, Nikes, Adidas, Pumas. I mean, you can get pretty much everything. Everything is out there. The only thing that you need to have is you have to be a member of 2 associations. One is called ASI, and the second one is called PPAI. If you're a member of either of these 2 associations, you can set up, well, you'll need a resale permit, but you can set up a wholesale account and buy everything wholesale.
And they won't limit you at minimum 1,000 orders?
No, there are no minimums. They'll just charge you more.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So the more you buy,
the better price you get. Exactly. Yeah.
What are your business challenges today as a business owner?
Yeah.
And are they new to 2021, or is that kind of a yearly thing?
Everything is new to 2021. Right now, we have all kinds of issues. Shortages of garments, t-shirts, hats. There are no hats, no good quality hats. I have clients asking for trucker hats. They don't exist.
Wow. So how are you handling these issues and these struggles then?
Spending, so usually, well, before this craziness, I would spend 5 minutes to place an order. Now I spend 45 to an hour just searching the internet, finding the blanks.
That's it.
It's a lot of time.
Has your ordering changed? So like, are you ordering way ahead of time, way more than you used to? Like,
no, we don't pre-order anything because everything we do is custom, and we don't have much space to store anything, nor the finances, nor the capital to store those products here. If I did, I would probably store trucker hats right about now. But yeah, no, it's just you spend time, you contact your vendors, you talk to them, find out the ETAs, and kind of go from there. But I mean, we're losing business right now because we can't get the garments.
You guys, if you aren't already subscribed to our channel, you're missing incredible content. So take a second, hit the like button, hit the subscribe and the bell so that you don't miss any videos, and let's get back into the interview. Artem, let's talk about corporate customers and reviews. How important are they? Which sites do you focus on?
So, as I mentioned before, Google is #1 for me.
Okay, even for corporate or
even for corporate, yes. Everyone is on Google, everyone is looking, and reviews are the most important thing. They want to make sure that whatever project they might have goes to a right company that can deliver on time and provide the quality.
Getting reviews can be difficult. what process do you have in place to ask for that?
Bag.
That's it?
Yeah,
Please,
yeah, review, exactly. But usually, yeah, I mean, all we do, you know, after I make a delivery, I would have 5 minutes with them, talk about, you know, whatever they might have in the future. And I would say, hey, do you mind if I'll send you a link? Do you mind leaving me a quality review? And nobody ever said no.
Okay.
That's it.
You guys, if you're in this business, we'd love to know what you're doing to get reviews. Please comment below. It's a value to all our viewers, fans, and we always respond to our comments, so thank you for that. Obviously, super important to have all your apparel with everything that you provide in terms of services. Tell me about this as well. What is this and what's going on here?
So these are just some of the promotional products that we do as well. So pretty much all of our customers, corporate customers, not corporate, they all require promotional apparel. So they come in to us for custom apparel, and then they would ask, hey, can you do lanyards? Can you do water bottles? Can you do pen, pencils, napkins? I mean, we've done it all, glassware.
Everything.
So this is what you see here. This top portion here is some of the cool patches that I'm slowly introducing to US market. And again, just different products that we've done. So this is a single-use hand sanitizer packets.
And you're the one printing on them, obviously.
Correct.
Cool.
Yes. So we've done actually all of these projects here. So the idea, like I said, it's one-stop shop for everything.
How many employees do you have? What do you pay them? Any tips, advice on finding the right talent and hiring the right people?
I think we have a team of 8.
Okay.
Maybe 7, I'm not sure. So people are your most important asset because you can't do everything yourself. So you have to trust your people with everything. I mean, we don't pay anyone $15, even if you start with us as a helper.
Where are you at?
We start at 18.
Okay.
And then, I mean, because we're growing, everyone is like, as we grow as a company, everyone will grow with it, right? Obviously, if you're a screen print operator or embroidered graphic designer, obviously those will pay more. Those positions start around 25. Okay. And then we just see, right? If you suck, you leave and we'll find, you know, somebody else until all parties involved are comfortable, right? Because I want employees to be an asset to a company, not a liability. And that's the most important thing.
Talk to us a little bit about print on demand and how you grow your business to be that, or if that's your pursuit or not, and just overall, what does that look like, print on demand?
It's not yet. It's in the works, possibly, maybe. It's just when you print on demand, you require a different type of setup. So we do print on demand, but we set our minimums higher than the most.
Gotcha.
So our minimum is 48 pieces. So it's completely different imprint process. So for example, for the t-shirts, the process is called direct to garment. It's pretty much a desktop printer and it prints on your garment.
I see.
One of those nicer printers, they cost about $50K, and you can print a one-off. You know,
just like printing on paper, essentially.
Pretty much, exactly. So, and there are companies out there that specializing in that service. The margins are completely different because when I sell a shirt, you know, you order 48 shirts, you know, one color print. Let's say I'll sell a shirt for $10 and still make profit. But when you print a one-off, you sell it full retail, and that shirt will cost $30 if you order from online company.
So the profits are way up for on demand, but requires a much bigger shop.
Complete different setup. Exactly.
Share with us the evolution of becoming a preferred vendor with Amazon and Microsoft. Those are some big names.
For sure, and it took us a second. Even I already knew some people. We were already selling to Amazon and Microsoft, so they have a system. If you sell anything under $10,000, they can pay with a credit card. Okay. So you don't even have to be in their system. You don't have to be a preferred vendor. Once you go above $10,000, they have to issue a purchase order. In order for that, you have to be in the system, and that's a process of its own.
Okay.
So funny thing, what happened to me, I got the purchase, well, I got an order from Microsoft. There was about $50,000 or $60,000 order.
Wow.
And they said, hey, you're not preferred, but we want you to make our swag. So we'll figure out the way, maybe we'll just break it down between 6 employees, and we'll each put 10 grand on each card. And well, after I produced, that did not happen. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm $60,000 out and they can't pay me. They're like, their boss said, no, you can't pay him with the credit card. It's too much money. It has to be on the PO. So that kind of was fortunate enough for me because they had to do everything in their powers to set me up as a preferred vendor. And then boom, I got on their list. You just need to find the right person, bag him, buy him drinks, take him out for dinner, whatever it takes.
Old school tricks.
Exactly, yeah.
Artem, how do you verify the quality of your products, and how important is that for your reputation?
This is one of the most important things for us, quality. That's our reputation. So quality is always our #1 and highest priority. So the way we verify, just we train our people for certain things to look for in the print or in the embroidery, and that's it, quality control.
Do you do that personally? Is there like an official process before you hand it over to a client, deliver it?
There is there's no official process, unfortunately. I mean, we don't have it yet, but we will set it up because it's that important. It's just we don't have it on a piece of paper yet. I do check everything because when I make a delivery, I want to make sure when the client opens the box, there's no surprises. And I don't want to stand there and make excuses.
In terms of printing on earbuds and little pieces, what did you need to do in terms of equipment? What's the process different like?
Yeah, so as of right now, we outsource that type of printing. So it's called pad printing. It's pretty much like ink cups, and it just stamps on the cup, on the AirPod, I mean, on anything.
You don't have the ability to do that.
I just bought that equipment, but we were so busy, and we are so busy, we just don't have time to even turn the machine on and try to figure out how to use it.
Okay.
So it's been sitting here for a good 6 months. So you can print on all of these hard goods, but the reason why I bought it and I'm gonna use it the most is to do a private custom neck labels.
I see.
So I can, you know, all the garments, you have a neck label. It says where it's made, the fabric content. I'm gonna rip those out and stamp something with Logo Unlimited.
Gotcha.
So when people wear it, they can, exactly. I want to start branding the apparel that I sell to corporate clients, to all of my clients.
And you can do that, right? Legally, you can brand whatever goes through your shop?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's my garment. I bought it. I can do anything I want with it. So
that's awesome.
That's what I'm planning to do. And a lot of companies do. So when you have a lot of online customers do, they rebrand the garments.
Right.
So it looks like it's their own. It looks more premium, I guess.
Right. All right, Blitz time with Artem. Artem, 10 seconds or so to answer each question.
Okay.
And these questions are from our dear fans. Thank you guys for submitting them. First one is from Garrett Stevenson. How can we get started? He asks, what do you recommend? Just start.
Just start like me. Just make that first step, start, and then you'll figure out.
And buy that machine,
and buy the heat press, yeah. I mean, that's the easiest way to start. Buy a heat press, sell it online.
This is from Aiden Barakos. Thanks for your question. Artem, how do you network to build clientele during the pandemic?
Impossible. Impossible. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the truth. It was pretty difficult. This is from C.S. Smith. Thank you for your question. How did you manage to attract an investor or a bank when you got started?
Don't have any of those. It's all I make money, I reinvest money.
Okay. This is from Genghis Khan.
And a lot of credit card debt.
Those can be handy. Genghis Khan, how do you handle the pricing, the design part into the products you sell, Artem?
So we have formulas for different types of decoration, but everything depends on the project because you have your quantity of the garments. Is it 24 shirts or it's 2,400 shirts? Everything depends. So everything is custom, and we have 3 tiers. We have, I call it, you know, you have bronze, silver, gold, and we call it friends and family. people will like, and retail.
Okay, thank you for that. And this is the last question from MVEX. Artem, what was it like to make your first 100,000?
It was exciting for a second, no more, and then because once you go through that, you're like, okay, $1 million.
Right. Next
so
goal.
yeah, exactly. So now we're getting closer to 2. Next one is going to be 5.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's
Amazing
always
growth.
yeah, it's always next goal, right? So once you reach the first one, you're like, cool, not enough, let's go.
Do you read business books? If so, what's your favorite? And to segment into that question, what business resources are out there for small businesses right now that they can go to and learn in this industry?
So I don't read as much as I like to. I listen to books when I'm making, so I make deliveries, right? Always. I never ship anything to my clients. I make deliveries personally.
Okay.
So when I'm in the car, driving to Seattle, traffic, so that's what I do. I listen to books. And the last book I've listened to was called Story Brand, which is extremely powerful book of how to set up your website. So I actually redesigning my website right now based of just listening to that book, because everything this writer talks about valuable, 100%. So very good book.
Okay.
So I don't read much, like I said, but everything I get all of my information from online. Facebook is most probably #1, because you have groups for everything, for embroidery, screen printing, promotional products, apparel, you name it. Groups are out there. People are helpful. It's all out there. You just need to find it.
So Facebook is a place to go and learn something new about the embroidery business if you don't know something.
For sure, 100%. I know one guy I know one guy who runs a shop right now, screen printing shop and embroidery. He does everything on his own, and he learned it by watching YouTube videos.
Okay.
I'm like, I mean, it was insane, but it's possible and it's doable.
All right, Artem, what would be an incredible hack that you are ready to share with our viewers for this industry, this business, that can make or break them?
Yeah, so my recommendation would be to find a door opener, because the most important thing, if you're a screen printer, there's thousands of us out there. So you need to be different. You need to have this something that will set you apart from your competition. So I would find that, I would perfect it until it's beyond perfect. And I would push that first, and then everything else.
Define door opener, though.
So for me, for example, I have multiple. Lucky for me, I have multiple door openers. So that big laser is #1, because I'm the only one in Pacific Northwest that does laser etching on garments.
Wow.
So when I go in the meeting, I create a sample box, and I give the person that I'm meeting with bunch of garments, bunch of things with their logo on it. And when I do laser etched sample, everyone goes bananas. They're like, oh my God, we never seen anything like that. And my second door opener is deboss. This is where you make a magnesium plate. I have a big hydraulic press, and it just pretty much stamps the logo into a garment. So that's another one, and that one I like now much better, is because it has this high-end feel to it. That's something that you would see, like if you go to Neiman Marcus and you would see something debossed, you're like, oh my God, that's money.
Nice. Okay.
And so door opener would be my #1 for sure.
To wrap up the interview, any advice for our viewers, just in general, business advice, entrepreneur advice, what comes to mind? 2, 3 things, one thing?
Just take risks. I mean, I know it's a cliche, but I mean, that's what I do every day. I mean, like in my setup and my business, I believe in it 100%, even though when I was not making money, I knew that there is a potential in it, and I knew that I could grow this business. So taking risks, taking on credit, was part of it, and which now it's a burden, kind of, right? You have to pay back the banks and high interest rate credit cards, but I still believe in it. So by taking risks, whatever money I make, I just invest in buying more new equipment just again to do as much as possible in-house, because I know when we do everything in-house, we control the quality.
Right.
When you outsource it, you're in mercy of, you know, that company that prints a t-shirt for you. So at the end of the day, if they screw something up, it's your name on the line. So for me, my reputation is the most important thing.
Okay.
So
take risks.
Take risks and do things right.
Thank you, Artem.
Yeah.
This has been great.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, Logo Unlimited with the owner, Artem. What an incredible story. Hope you took out a lot. Take a second to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you don't miss any of our amazing content. We do this for you. Thank you.